on 31st of this May afiwe ye mu no ewo Germany yebehwe ne nkomo ene day Europa League game bekoso Conference League and also games bekoso yebetini na ho nkomo ene day this on this very platform yebeda ye ho aba ye ba ya ebe soja no na ye di nkomo nkofo nkroso ba emore mfisa ye 3 eco capsules omukutem and show neighbor 3 eco capsules no eno etu koko ase koko no se fifiri woni pedua nani anase ewo mmogem ama wo yematim sabi ukoja wona ya obre ansa ebikra tumaba wedro eye 3 eco capsules obefrem penifo 054 6107 107 0546 107 107 Herbal shop any pharmaceutical shop bi abewure mu no wo sabeke draw e biato to bi na yusu na wo ye bemma no koko hawa wo so be hye enchakura kangen energetic air drinking water eno so any nsu a so se ye nyina obia ayusuo wo wuram ewo MC a ho man enu abi na omonom wo wuram ewo client office wa eno so enu abi a obekọ senior most person office ho no the desk na so na ebisi so a kangen drinking water ekura anti-aging property enti sa wonum sanso no bia wo we de no kura de bia looking younger the more na wonum no na sese we de no pebi nanom nemu don't just say water say kangen drinking water na me patcho are rich in hydrogen are rich in minerals nyina calcium magnesium potassium iron and the akani nyina no your own physics no wo do ani chirem our brema UGC wo benwu ye enwetrin tafuni road about road junction so e ho so be senso ehwe e bana frefra no frɛ 0241 449191 0241 449191 offer abejo so Diamond Scientific Research on Alternative Medicine Hospital and the ton safrel but say the edron was so abedjama so edron din at the Donek herbal mixture Donek herbal mixture enu na ye dura e solve mema problems e dia maye me sewada eduro mu twatwutwu kata enu nie chese odi mema sem e dia momo me sew premature ejaculation, erectile dysfunction, it boosts your immune system, it treats waist pains, it improves your brain functioning, it improves your blood circulation, a balance of ukranon, and I do this wo soru gun so bebira wedro eye Donek herbal mixture enu ne adura wiase Ghana obia jatum herbal shop bia bewura mu no kaide no eye Donek herbal mixture bebia bewura say pharmacy herbal shop over the counter edoni din edu Donek herbal mixture from penifo sesian yanje so eye 0246 727 677 0246 727 677 from penifo na no link nsa so na pedro ni binom 21st clinic yen ye expert in sciatica debia megdinwa down setro say ade ne de eba yache edin no so na ho dada na 21st clinic and ebe ma ye hunu se yade bi wo a ye friend say sciatica eno ne se efru oto ase akokosi unentuo etode bia na twetwon etode bia na asese so ni ade wanhwa obeka se stroke kura na eba ani ade aye sciatica yade no na sa hawo ni nyina se wuhunu bia mesrew foni chirem ewo 21st clinic yen ene ya ben ya kwadare ewo sa ayarsanmo enya no nko ne yesa yare bia yesa your 15 branches across the country Kumasi Ehua Overseas Junction ye ben Alpha Radio building Sompa TV and Sompa FM womuno ehwa and 21st clinic yenso ya boy assessing obuase your quarters junction and I say your council quarters and I say court junction ehwa na behuye Accra your domain market finyan your ho nkransa ni techiman be bia be wura bia no ubenya na watumi ene yetin sawoso e bana frefre na fresh e was 0540 311311 0541 311311 wo from 24 star line is needing come betway bet influencer no onu nekutem na ye kwama no ne aba sisi na me patro de twenie ene se betway bet influencer de amukan dia chon sisi e bia wo no de safata sawo ye and there's a wo hyehyɛ ɛyɛ wo bet no na wonya wo slip no wie a na wode wo code no ama foforɔ na foforɔ nso use code no enti Mr. Wakamo ɛno akyi sɛ Prince mo ɛne Filippo mo hyehyɛ wie na monya ɛyɛ mu code no na mama Grace bi na mama ɛyɛ mmaa no Jacqueline mo ɛne gɔma a mo nhyɛ da anim hyehyɛ no bebree no na wode code no nso ama ɔmo na ɔmo nso use na ɔmo atwa bi the more a ɔmo use code na ɔmo de twa no na wo nso munya ɛyɛ percentage ɛwɔ wɔ dia ɔmo benya ne mu na ɛno ɛyɛ betway ana ɔmo de saa sika no ɛbɛma wo ɔmo nti mfa mfiri ɔmo hɔ na ɛyɛ betway ana so ɔmo wini a na ɔmo so ama 4% umpɛ wei na ɔpɛ deɛn ne nyinaa mu kayo na hyɛ ne so sɛ terms and conditions apply of course ɛyɛ regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way ɛyɛ betway ɔmo nkɔmɔ ɛnso ɛno no ɔbapa Grace som from MCR yɛ die ho just a few seconds yɛ ba ɛgya ne bɛsɔ ne yɛdi nkɔmɔ ɛwɔ amano ne Johnny Sɛsie ɛwɔ Sompa 93.1 ɛwɔ yɛ Facebook platform no so ne yɛni nkɔmɔ yɛbɛsɛsie ne yɛkɔ amano ne Facebook ne Johnny Sɛsie ne yɛnkasa. Okay, nti Johnny Sompa Facebook platform no so na yeni nkomo emre no enya so so yetu na yekọ nkofo nkroso mehu se Douglas Costa wa ba platform no so a chese o ka chen nkofo so se enwa no so ba no so se page no Kwesi Alonso wa Johnny e platform kese no so enu echi no adofo bebre Sompa 93 .1 platform no so be bia wo bia no yeto nsa frɛ so Johnny ne yeni nkomo na bibia so ntimi nkoso oba pa yenko yenwuram ewa Europa Conference League no na yende unkomo kakra wunim se Yankopon yadom ne tay no Conference League games mienu ekoso na wo semi final no so na me patro se ne besia ko boboko ne tay Fiorentina tenafia tonsa e dia favorite Betis boboko no na me patro be ka first league no Betis enso we need 2-1 pa ene umu kwa we masa enye game ketwa ne betuma koso no na me fanto obianim se wo stadio Atemio Frankie e ho na dwumete betuma koso run the Johnny Glenn a new pick on the ball center Ashaso and 2-1 advantage and a Betis Bobokono. And so they go away. Don't forget the Chelsea Football Club. Wamu trefia tonsa at their friend you getting eye of man no sweat my kama. Na me patro dia min second year and it's a Stamford Bridge Hall and what the game ni koso and the Portuguese official ni day and the Joao I Pinheiro or no and penefo tonsa frano so me jump finish game no so na no so bibia so ntumi nya kama and I am command so fu ba and day and you start to hear the stories out on now at the MTA4 live on Sompa 93.1. Obeka Chelsea game the first leg, Chelsea kwa way eko winning 4-1 and to do 2 says I game we no Chelsea in the echo many tanya Chelsea betumako a sunset away wakwa winning 4-1 now bababo home no advantage Chelsea Football Club and I command to one so edit to and not so ho until one echo final 28th of May our Poland abonte so our conference league no and no home command no afi me patro ba progression ko UEFA Europa League no na yende Europa League and so come kakra mama fixture sebeko so nyame yadom ne tay ewo platform kese we so me fanto obiadum so Manchester United nyame yadom ne tay at the Theatre of Dreams Old Trafford United Airport Athletic Bilbao obeke no Paul Halls aba ye stone we fie ha say Nico Williams and nua Inaki Williams, Williams Brothers, no, Yami Yadu and Nete, Wamutum Jinam, and Pobi and Farmer Club, no, and the Arahon so Akoso, our Bobo Konis Australia. But the good news in here, and it's apart from these two key players, no, Coach Nidisa Team, no, is in better shape against Team United, Old Trafford Abonteso, and Nana Joe, and a second some Subetimakos yesterday, the story so Tony Nano, and so Depa, don't forget Mr. Daniel, AFC bet from Germany. On no penifo bonity so mejem awe Europa sa PKma ebetuma kwaso wodim se boto claims and the Tottenham Hotspur and so betuma po owura ne tin ade aye Maurizio Mariani from Italy on the Bell Center so and also final aye 21st of May and the game because was Spain aye Bilbao go permanent so when and qualifying akonanim awe UEFA Conference League and no aye so many so toja and ɛnɛ te baabi agɔ bia no ɛno nso bɛtɔn ne yɛ ne yɛtumi tete nkɔmmɔ mahu sɛ ɛyɛ yɛnnua malta wɔtɔn ne yɛ ɛno nso joseph agye owusu casimiro wo nso atɔn wɔ platform no so wopa wo hyɛ page no ne yɛndi nkɔmmɔ no biribia nso ntumi nyɛ kama afei yɛnkɔ uefa champions league ɛno a nsɛm ahodoɔ ɛsi yɛ no na yɛnsa sɛ ɛndi wo nkɔmmɔ kakra mepɛatɔ ma magura ne din nso ɛde Usman Dembele ma me ne picture no wɔ Sompa TV no so na yɛndi nkɔmmɔ kakra ɛnɛ da yi sɛ wobɛkɛ anɔpa no mebɛyɛ story bi ofie adem a yɛtie fɔ sɛ Usman Dembele no sɛ wokɔ France a Francefoɔ gye di sɛ asɛ Mbappe ɛyɛ disappoint wɔ mo ɛsiane sɛ ɔmo gye di sɛ ɔno anankɔ ɔyɛ the face of the French football, a bunch of French Ligue 1, sa Ankokoso Boya, on the face of the French Ligue 1, but with disappointingly, with the PSG Bobo Kunho, at Johnny Real Madrid, no. Uncle PAG and of course France Minor when we just said the new phase of the French football and you run a friend say Usman Dembele after a disappointing performance from the boy na so say nko foka so Ballon d'Or for Usman Dembele and no me bekan wasem at the show and no pay me sanso te ho at the monster picture na at the Sompa television so Ballon d'Or 2025 Usman Dembele dia and ayatatu toneka but crowd no performance this season masa amawremfi say yewura 2025 Usman Dembele as 25 goals while 66 times 2025 boy you know okro 31 goals involvement and no ayadeto day we born the team no amama qualified to a grand finale of the UEFA Champions League and we Mbappe and so nua after Usman Dembele no the free national so totra and not any egu sedun some no atemi etie for our platform kese we so and the out it stands why they are the favorite to win the Ballon d'Or and once over turn or some platform so what pass say Mbappe and one mehu say Vini Junior Mayante say Lamine Jamala no watch him dia tray say Mo Salah player pen OTD so you the favorite to win the Ballon d'Or this season and no and some you doing commodity I want to make a power so afi yento so konsambu from mo na bibia so ntumi nya kama mami ogura the third feature Quarascalia and some interview and also press conference no enuachi ewo tanenimo enkomo kakra kokoti ye yenhwa ne yente kakra on Sompa 3.1 mam vicha enso interview no ne ndi nkomo ose it's like a dream baby wedro no I satai so katana ne ye point ne so de two giant.
The Champions League final, how does it feel?
It feels great. It's been so quickly everything. I'm already in the Champions League final. It's like a dream, and I think this is about the hard work, about the trust, the process, and I'm really happy that I'm here with these boys, with this club. I feel very, very good here.
Let's talk about this game today. What was the approach? Of course, you had the 1-goal lead from North London last week.
It was a tough start, really. They start very well. They had many opportunities to score, but we keep try to play our game. I think we had many opportunities to score also, and I think we deserve to win today, and that's why we won. It was a really tough game because Arsenal is one of the best team in the world right now. They show that they have ability to play very well in the attack and in the defense. So it was really, really tough game for us today.
No player no and some of the tuja and that yeti unkomo our platform we so yanto so na mimbowrem awon sambu from min konkoti nkomo mam Luis Enrique and some of the tuja kakra mam ni picture no na mintin ho nkomo owura ne sim so tenase na so oya analysis na genisem according to opinion no o say ban say and the team our Champions League semi-final both legs was shot 6 goals, was shot 3 goals. I fear wakwa away. I could shot 3 goals, but still when to me uncle final. I had done one test and your penny sword your tuja and therefore possible kunho or see Barcelona score 6 goals. And if you told someone they will score 6 in the semi-final and be eliminated, they wouldn't believe you. And your coach in somebody tuja says Ukatrobi, say club no and name. on bet to master 6 goals home and away. Home was at 3, away what was at 3. So now would to mean qualify and so to mean anymore and ko obian tita and your penny so somebody to channel but or can ya tell you say football baby no a mental a dream players nankasa how one me cycle mo on a go pamano and your ball fano and here oba and my game interesting but at this stage of the competition how you going to score goals and no matter and we are coaching in some of your to train day and you go said in some hotoni nano at the pada bibia so to my kama afi Papa Grace yanko super tactician Arsene Wenger and some aden some kaka tuja Arsene Wenger and some of the tuja nie or so so overall in the 2 games, you will say they were better than Arsenal, had more chances, and were never really in danger of running some of the 2 channel Yentino.
Concede goals, and I would say tonight we have seen different Paris Saint-Germain, not guided by possession and brilliant football, but guided by the fact that refusing to concede goals and taking advantages on the counter-attacks and on set pieces, what gave them success tonight. So, and I would say that mentally they were strong as well. When they missed the penalty, they did hang in there. And on the other hand, at Arsenal we have seen the recurrence of being unable to score goals. I would say as well that I was surprised by the mistake of Marquinhos on the goal they conceded. And that Hernandez coming on for Mendes could have cost them, did cost on the goal, and he's not completely back to his level. So they were a bit lucky as well, but overall in the 2 games you would say they were better than Arsenal, had more chances, and were never really in danger. So congratulations to Paris Saint-Germain. I said a long time ago with you here that Paris Saint-Germain will not be far from winning the Champions League. And let's not forget, they can still have maybe the only team who can have the perfect season, because they can win the Champions League, they can make the double in France, and they can win the Club World Cup. What would be an innovation.
Okay, enti eno ayade eteno no enti saforo mo ene mo am MCR no masom na afi ya to so kama na bibia nso no etumi akoso Johnny yen we a platform no so me say Davis have been cliche mo mosoma baso am nyina mukute so ne mo ana yedi nsa wo so ne dey e platform we so yenko asono for Kimi enso so ye na according to penin wakasa mami owura ne din enso de Luis Campos owura e fansa Luis Enrique ana afi na so Khalafi sa wo mo picture no fe no bra na me de unkomo kakra winim se ba kwa fansa Luis Campos no on the sporting director at the mabobo kwa ne din enso den aye PLG enwo chiri Luis Enrique on the coach at the club no na so Khalafi ono and the president and also the president of the club Sompa mensa and Asrafa Kimi bo mabaso or say sortinational analysis na the president, the sporting director and the coach, they try to build a team rather than star players, and that's the key of this new Paris Saint-Germain. The collective effort is more important than in the individuals, and that is why we are so strong. And non Ashraf Hakimi and somebody to channel and to PLG Bobo Kono. Free the timer now it's a Galacticos and also individualistic obia yana their started side and they teamwork and a bobo koni so build and non Ashraf Hakimi sama or the 2 powerhouse and nano pay and you go said in sama utoni nano and so depa afi Filippo mama yongrem away from the Champions League no minkodi other related foreign stories on komo kakra mam ogran the and so aya Penny Zahavi mam the picture way or your super agent penny way akomko those days do transfer window na be no penny way in ho oni whole Mendes decimal woman na ye adwuma Israel ni way oti adwuma in terms of agency adwuma no Marcus Rashford say wa contact no Penny Zahavi ni na kasa na when him so penny way ono na represent Hans de Flick coach at the Barca na me te say Redford camp a contact no a chese also so betumedi nkomo no enso tumi diama no ubeke ye nura me bebe ye story wo fiasa Mr. Penny Zahavi nyame ya duma in the course of this week and there so one course Spain echina obeko Spain or so ye meeting with open and tell one Laporta na bibia so tumi koso about the possible signing of Marcus Redford say nkofo bisa say Redford no say empo basa for signer basa nim ho ehifo no kwagina obenya biapa na so nye bimbo Sabasa from Altitum, son salary no betumetua, and so to me Diamana, Barcelona nim ho, a free Rafinha, Eko Kosin, Lewandowski, and in Lamine Jamal, a permit to Honi Ateno, Marcus Rashford, a Hifa, and on the Soviet Menyachina, and we are so many sort of by yes, Mr. Penny Zahavi, Nepano Panon. Gwan Keaton Obabayani, a German Casapano Efa, the contract extension of a run Danny Hans Data Fleek, Obaka Nanwata Powerhouse Becacrel, said deal no your best and 90% complete. A cup finishing touches Kakra, I was opening question no share, Sam Ugranon. And so contract extension no will met me asan maybe just to my kama when him say on 2027 no ye dear flow grand so say yeah pa and not you go say don't some out no and so dem ye tie for e go to make way so until there also some party even so no and the one Laporta and Mr. Penny Zahavi picture no and that some television so and not you go so stories some more e go so e pa na be just to my kama Austin Jejo Okucha didi so be bia drone dia APH mrani nie sa was somebody Champions League no esan say Filippo Barca nim Bayern nim Real Madrid nim Liverpool nim enu echi no Manchester United mo AC Milan mo bia mo be ka se nkofo Champions League no wo mu nim bodies no bia this is the time. Now Austin Jejo Okocha Kasano and a theory on Rebecca Chen said Massa, you careful. It's a PG final against Manchester City and the Champions League no Neji Ayomote Basu Film and to me careful about Inter Milan office family Ecopim to the 1st of May no or see be to Messi and also some and no pay a good stories more and so I power platform can say we so Johnny your Sompa 93.1 and we Facebook and sending come on afi mama mi owura ne tadi ateta ene Luis Enrique wo so we can mama sa video no na ye ni nkomo kakra Saforo ene oba pa Grace mama sa video yenko ntem so
for 160 minutes. I'm saying that and they are saying that because they just told me that.
Who did the PSG bench?
Yeah.
Mikel Arteta said when he was sitting where you are that Arsenal were the better team over two legs, and what's more, you agree because your bench told him so.
I don't agree at all. Mikel Arteta is a great friend, but I don't agree at all. I think they played in a clever way today, and they get the match to the right moment for them because they play in the way they want and they love to play. But I think in the two legs we score more goals than them, and in football is the most important thing.
Do you think the best team lost this time?
I think so, yeah. Especially for 160 minutes.
Inti eno Mikel Arteta and some kanye and coach Professor Luis Enrique and so somebody two channel no so say one can no no say Arteta say PG bench dan kasa katre no say massa you were the better side and run ajo mona na mu ye adwuma ni na openi no so say nya no kure onim ba bi asam no kure free ba eno anyina yete course no bi na egu so yete nsama hoton ade pa na bi bia so tuma ye kama afi ye mfiri ho ne ye nkon nsama hoto a eno so eba enete e platform we so na me pato de tenye and say ye bawrem e PG president owura ne de no so khalafi ono so akasa na osi na niaje obo place no bia baso osese place no team we omo ohwese season we pa na wie ya enya just one player e be free club no mu akọ unless a bia wo mu hian so mu hian nko ade a PG and let any player out of this team yente owura no somebody two jan yento aso. Kentene yɛhwɛ PAG president no ensama owura no so de to twa yɛhwɛ sɛ ebenya saa video no na yɛtumi atie na yɛatoa so ntɛntɛntɛntɛm na ɔkyerɛ mu sɛ ɛnɛ ɔbɔ players ne aba so nkura no wɔn abɔ adwuma ɛsɛfata so ɔbɔ wɔn aba so wabɔ coach no aba so dada sɛ panin wei ɛbaayɛ no adwuma a ɔyɛ no masa ano ɔden nti ɔbɔ no so aba so ne mom at the end of the season player bi a ne contract ɛyɛ aso wɔn ne bɛtena ase na wɔn ayɛ ɛyɛ contract extension na wɔn aka kyerɛ sɛ every key player ɛwɔ PAG bɔbɔ kuro no mu ɛnya adeɛ obiara bɛtuma obiara ntumi mmɛfa no ɛnso ɛwɔ club no mu te sɛ deɛ esi yɛ ɛyɛ last transfer window na ɛba sɛ Mbappe ɛbɛ kɔ no yɛn konko TV mu.
My best friend. Before we start, can I just? How does that feel, please?
Stressful, almost heart attack. But yeah, no, I mean it's a great feeling to be at the final. You know, I mean after a long season, tough season, we just our objective to qualify from the group stages. People forgot that we had 4 points, 3 matches. We have to win all the 3 matches. Losing against City here 2-0, and you know to come back. Then we have Salzburg, we have Stuttgart. So it's really tough draw, tough matches. The team been progressing, but always we had the good faith, honestly, in our coach and our players, and our fans. Amazing fans here, especially at home. So you know you're coming from almost group stages, out of group stages, to the final.
That's incredible. Just think about that in January. You have 2 games left in the group stage. It was up against it. Did you ever at that point imagine that you were going to be standing here now, the president of one of the clubs in the Champions League final?
To be honest, I never thought or think about the final that time. Just I want to qualify to the group stage. I want to play the playoff. And this was our objective. Our objective this year was match by match. Honestly, if you tell me our objective to be in the final, not at all. But today, I mean, we are here in the final. 1 match to go, so it's an amazing feeling, and we have just 1 match to go.
You must be happy how the managers delivered and improved this team.
Absolutely, even
enti penino musum fama ya na yentoa so sese papa we baby onam bia no wo mo bona ba so na nkofo busa say what is the trick for a coach if it's Luis Enrique. It's as a top managers including Don Carlo Ancelotti mu na be ye PAG adwuma amfa momo but president we say sempo wo mo dru finals wo mo che anaso man je kura na still coach nya jamba pam no wo be maintain the coach no players no obianko we make sure say continue to be yadwuma our PAG club ni somo and aye le president no and some dia to twa no away from that afi min ko pass kakra min konkoti Barcelona ho nkomo mami Xabi ayam we Xabi Enrique na we Xabi Hernandez former Barca coach no mami ne picture no na busua no o say enije no nko a na ekoso na ono ne ba no afili players bi Barca bobo kuno ne yere no enso afili Barca team no and he's looking forward to one day ababa back to Barcelona ababa yedwuma enso to media momo according to Xavi and then the wife and reference Nurira ayam Kuniera enso na mo de sansam edu tutwa o sen ne yere no edoso do club no mo onu ankasa doso da club no ne mankura ne mienu edo Barca bobo kuno na debia ombenya na nka Barca bobo na mo so ehwebi and no ayen sama awura no so de tutwa o say again up Barca. It doesn't matter what happened. He's looking for us one day. Obaba back abeyetuma and so to me mama Ruben Amorim akasa away ahead of a one game Barcelona a big game against Athletic Bilbao. Many believe sir or you over for Bilbao by yenteni somebody to channel na yenkwenim.
But Bruno is our captain. I will say it again. He's a player that will stay. We will do everything for him to stay, and that's it. So no, it's nothing new. One player, one club wants Bruno Fernandes, but Bruno Fernandes is our player.
Well, anti eno aye coach Ruben Amorim and some other two Janano Sam Bruno Fernandes no more Mokaso Beko and Saudi oil money ba anti Obetenwako Saudi Arabia and some common nano or say oyomu captain or no anamu build the team no around our United club anymore and there's no team say will build the team the pivot of the team and also the fulcrum nimpa mo build the team now around no number Madrid some bejano upon Saudi and that's project no integrity and also must project no and nyada boy no so be call and aye Ruben Amorim some of to ja and now no penny go so stories no more and so to ja and you best form na discussions on dia can na so tomato so and once be joining your platform so near to edin komo mame Tottenham Space supporters and no dia mukoye na omuni Bodo Glimpse and ebo the Shum Space Hotel Bodo Glimpse supporters as late as 2 a.m. She they are no more hotel ni on say eben ponano pe ana omako ana oma soja eye de siom say wo ma Tottenham Hotspur supporters no and also players no mo bia na say de be ya wo nso no ade be chena ko ma bre na oma so mo ni ade nti de wo hwe e wo Sompa TV ni so eye enu anadwo and also anadwo ade be twenne de Bodo Glimpse supporters no and so eye e wo Space Hotel and uguso wo hwe na ma remfi say upe kwampa Obefa so no was sending sikadia come dofo ekwanya chese eye the simplest and the smartest way just to send money to your lover, your friend, and as a dofo ni na no eye telecell cash and no and the kwampa obefa so sending sika edema dofo ni na me se wa de kudonto telecell cash your secured and convenient cash platform is still offering the lowest charges ever. We send sika at the komo bia dia yeto at the form boko kete dia safata so be yenie and it's we dial star 110 hash no was send it and also better so oko Google Play Store no wa download the Telcel Play app no na and also Telecell Play app no now also was send sika no or send ni keke na bibia so ntumi nya kama aya gentimate dental clinic ye betri ye sen anase ye be me yenum enso enka no aye kama aye gentimate dental clinic wo ma so na safata sa oba me sewo de trenie bi e fasen ho wo se no etu o pese ye nsamaw anase wo se no ase no ase green bi Ghana flag bi ni ade e wo ase no o pese ye mposa ne o manyina emfemfiri ho a aye gentimate dental clinic ya hwe ye na o se fata sa onso ba ne etumi bua na bibia nso etumi ye kama de ten say teeth ayam replacement teeth extraction braces was na free ye asesisi baby basabasa opese yen brace na yen kambo ho kama na bibia nso ntumi nkoso a ne nyina ye halitosis ye mawo ye hohuru anum ema sa pampan na ewu anum nyina no ekọ Kumase Abrepo Junction behind the Total Filling Station Techima Magazine Quantempon na wo de kọ dwemu na ehọ na be yen Accra Nungwa again Accra Atomic Down a honso be senso huye wodu ani chemo Koforudia ye adjacent to the police station wo market wono takrade enso pipe no tadi anasa tadisco Johnson so eho and obe senso huye eno ano no me sawa da se phrase se we 055 91 39 582 055 913-582. Offer line we so I bet also time HH Herbal Mixer from Penny for say Miss Row. Say no time Herbal no enu di kan buy. Ye dragana for jatum. Say a ban say malaria fever pardia head to head. Say box na and cause say Flame with the junior Bia Moneda. So ye footballer and cause say Ronaldo Messi combine. Massa enye easy. Time Herbal Mixer no a bomb malaria fever na no atofom. Anti malaria drone number 1 no. Time HH Herbal Mixer no swaba and the capsules. Kai na sanenson. Say no na ba ebeboa na busi your immune system. Asra from when impedwenu am sorry etia yare no mutu ase no. A time HH Herbal Mixer and the best strengthen woman and trends of your answer for your general well-being. Go for the best. Go for time HH Herbal Mixer no. Let me be a swing to me koso and fama. A banner for line in a good screen no. A 0244 417 669 0244 417-669 ɛno no aduru a yɛde tu yɛyarewa nyinaa ase ɛno no aduru a yɛsan so anom ɛde abɔ yɛn ho ban ɛde afi yarewa nyinaa ho ɛno nso no abadwafoɔ no nya atena ase Sir Prince atena ase Senior Most Apostle Evergreen Jeffrey Asari ɔno so atena ase and Tadis Finest Filippo ɔno so ɛtim kunwa sa as usual wabɔ no cool high ɛtim ni tie ɛnya asɛm ketewa kora mpanimfoɔ mo makɔ aba
Yeah, eno anko ya mfa mamo eno anka e ka krase nka metimi aye remontada bet
no my be there
first 20 minutes ne there Paris na Arsenal for ese mu chire bi na ese mu chire na ese mo check character kakra bi bet enye nwa mumu ni character nti engine am ntimi anye bi any other team man
tell me that check character when
that's the problem because the first 20 minutes the Paris so how would you say Arsenal for far game ne the call PSG so
Prince wako court
oh there be court there me call court ntinye wa odi kana wadi bi mo
but senior and ball is we if Sunday
oh yeah Arsenal really started well
for 90 minutes and not how well you started
Sir Prince, 20 after 10. Yen shall you run some more.
Okay.
Courtesy a betway, bet influencer. For you, na yen komo na yenko.
Yeah, after another game, the Barcelona right now, no the final of the UEFA Champions League is set. Obia who said the way, and I said the road to Germany, no Bibia I said I say no Paris Saint-Germain and Inter Milan, and I bet me akakobo the UEFA Champions League final. I beba so. Now let me chip in this. Wouldn't say the final two teams, but going into this UEFA Champions League season and as a campaign, may after some few games in the group stages, teams are me who say omuna at the end of the 8 or yebun so make final or mumi edu nyina afrim. Frankly speaking, when UEFA Champions League near Arsenal near Bon, I never expected Inter Milan and then Paris Saint-Germain so make kopiem or the UEFA Champions League final. Looking at the performance, Liverpool for the Maye, especially in the group stages, beating teams here and there. Looking at the performance, Boboko from Barcelona the Maye at the early stages of the season, I frankly felt say Barcelona could go to the final together with Liverpool.
So man share kwano so baby.
Yeah, man share kwano so answer baby na omo so no mu share. Nti I felt say the final could likely be Liverpool and Barcelona. But then we all know how football cannot be predicted. We are it is what happens on the field. The moments that happens in the game of players, no, it misses a chance upon that moments, no, and a progression team.
PSG Inter Milan final.
Yeah, nobody was expecting that from the start of the season. So final no I don't think say bebe obi correct him say Inter beko Paris Saint-Germain beko, especially with Paris Saint-Germain no be him say we hear Kylian Mbappe mo kwa ho no Messi Neymar mo the big name players Marco Verratti mu now they couldn't go to the final and win it, and with them in the absence of these players no we hear mo ho no na Desire Doué, Brady Bakola, Kivicha, they are very good players, Dembele, but then no beer need that kind of GDN room, especially season when Dembele didn't start well. He had problems with Luis Enrique. Into no beer him say PSG and Komudino. When talking about the final L2 now, but right now no me and Etimiako PM in the final. And I think say more these two teams number so Enra Paris Saint-Germain really showed why they deserve to go to the final. I think say Arsenal they shot themselves in the foot because so here the first 20 minutes, just like I was saying, Powers Arsenal could have done something. And the moment Arsenal benya that early goal, no, it could have changed the whole story. Because Abasa, Paris Saint-Germain phone will be feeling say it was just a single goal near Kwashewo Emirates. Or met me about Park de France, about share that early goal. Anything can happen now. It could have opened the game. But Arsenal had a lot of chances, and I think that in the first half they had 10 shots. 10 shots ne mutu pen na on target. And so what is a 10 shots ne mutu pen on target? So because Arsenal for any clear chances bia. But the first 20 minutes, Arsenal could have scored about 3 goals in the first 20 minutes alone. But Moment me and put the ball at the back of the net. But Paris Saint-Germain came to the fold. The little chances no Munya and Fabian Ruiz, it was out of nowhere. Frankly speaking, out of nowhere. And others are born net. And those people blaming Thomas Partey say he was supposed to be the savior, but he was the one or be making sure Arsenal be free completely. No, I don't agree with them. Because looking at the first goal,
that's
Fabian
almost
Ruiz
this
shared.
performance and rather than
No, it's never true.
But
In the midfield of Arsenal yesterday, it was Thomas Partey. It was never about Martin Odegaard or Declan Rice. Let's be frank with ourselves. Though, that kind of second goal now, Hakim Befa Boy it's a question mark on him. But then, in the midfield of Arsenal yesterday, nobody can tell me say Martin Odegaard was better than Thomas Partey. Declan Rice was better than Thomas Partey. He was the best player in the midfield for Arsenal yesterday, dictating the pace of the game just like they would have wanted. But Openyi, nobody could do any more. The players to put the ball at the back of the net now quite a problem. And Marquinhos and William Pacho made sure, say Mikel Merino, just like they did to him in the first leg, no, they'll continue doing that again. The half space is now always occupied, no, they didn't give it to him. And Abrante friend Gabriel Martinelli, just like we've been saying, one of the air players who say the speed or the air Juma better than the productivity our form. Or the ball be come the catch of chain be a so on for born continent, no, not quite a problem. So for me, I felt that those people blaming Thomas Partey, though he made a mistake. But I think even after the mistake, he was the best player in the midfield for Arsenal. And even as a whole, I don't think so. But many bad 3 players on the field, they were better than Thomas Partey yesterday. The Arsenal fans should realize he did his all, but the entire team didn't ankoye because William Saliba was very solid at the back, but he was a bit jittery. So where Saliba and I said, or a bit jittery kakra. And then all these things led to Arsenal, getting eliminated. And Thomas Partey there, I don't agree with them. He performed to his best. Okay. Though the last goal, first goal, head the ball, there was a certain Martinelli na honum. Emma Fabian Ruiz then a ball a place ball to any ball short say. Nipa will defend where he born every 18 boss move. There was another player in front of him. Instead of him to defend, Wama Bona fan one me about to net. I say Thomas Partey head the ball no coach. Or had they say no. So for me, I think it is, out of anger, any get eliminated now they can't say maybe. But when they sit down to analyze and watch the game over again, they will see Thomas Partey gave them something to smile about in the midfield.
Okay.
Now, the surprising air team for me, Paris Saint-Germain. Frankly speaking, I think
between Inter and then PSG, so now, PSG is a surprise package.
Yes.
Our Richie final.
Mame, the group stages of the UEFA Champions League, when you say your ball group stages new year, say your first 8.
Yeah.
Now second 8, I the seeded teams. Now the other 8 net twice so 24 no more unseeded near Yama Maka about the playoffs, no right? This the first group first 8 teams or more qualified straight away in the group stages. Liverpool Nedikanye, Barcelona, Arsenal, Inter Milan was there. Telling you, and even at that time, Inter Milan, now they will be the ball better net. They scored 11 goals, conceded just 1 in the group stages. So it tells you, they started the UEFA Champions League very well.
Always. And Jan Somma is the coach, is the goalkeeper with the most clean sheets.
So it tells you, so almost started very well. Atletico Madrid, Bayer Leverkusen, Lille, and then Aston Villa. Did you see Paris Saint-Germain in there? No. Paris Saint-Germain didn't start the Champions League very well. So already out of the 8 games, we need just 4 about draw and Elusu as many as 3. Almost 14 goals. I conceded 9 goals. Telling you, almost conceded goals more than goals games for my boy. So clearly you could feel Paris Saint-Germain, they were not teams, quote unquote. No, we are part of the favorites after the group stages, no. And let's not forget Madrid, Manchester City, Bayern Munich, Juventus. I don't even know say Juventus me ball the AC Milan because we know say in recent times need that kind of European air presence, no. But these are big teams, fail to live up to the billing. Teams are near expected somebody roaming in the top 8, no one can be. But there was a certain Aston Villa, Lille, more by Leverkusen, and then Paris Saint-Germain was part of those big names, no more missing from the top 8. After that, Madrid, did they come back from their slumber? They tried to do it, but along the line, Arsenal, Manchester City couldn't wake up from their slumber. AC Milan, Juventus, they couldn't wake up from their slumber. But there is a certain Paris Saint-Germain, after the group stages, they live up to the billing. And even let's not forget, on say Arsenal, Paris Saint-Germain, the group stages, no. That 2-0 almost Paris Saint-Germain. Let me say, even in that game, there wasn't a certain Ousmane Dembele, even on the squad list for Paris Saint-Germain. Dembele had problems with Luis Enrique. Some players in there, they had problems with Luis Enrique. Until, ultimately get it. The main can say their minds to be focused and be in one. Main can say one accord. Oh, mun yina etimi esha say so omo bonde. I'm a team bond net me aye adwuma. And a Paris Saint-Germain etimi aye say adwuma we a omo dia babido. So for me, Luis Enrique, I think the best coach is Hansi Flick, Dean Honum. And it's lot. I don't want to bring an slot in there, frankly speaking. Simone Inzaghi, these are the names Ababu Bomudi. But Yabu Bomudi and a slot Inzaghi, Antonio Conte, Fancy Flake, the likes of Luis Enrique.
Antonio
For
Conte.
me, oh yeah, Antonio Conte will be in there because of what he's doing in the Italian Serie A. If he's able to win it from Inter Milan, his name will be mentioned amongst the best coaches. But I don't think say I'm making much name like Hansi Flick and Luis Enrique. And out of all, I feel Luis Enrique with what he's doing.
And you are not mentioning Simeone Inzaghi.
I mentioned Simeone Inzaghi.
Okay.
So for me, I think say and Juma, Luis Enrique and Paris Saint-Germain are very, very good. And then the games never pass on there. I don't think there's much to talk about. Manchester United.
Did say you over?
United over
because we question Bilbao 3.
And even a game no more born and then. When him Athletic Bilbao, me say almost 3 top strikers. On say Ohansan set, Inaki Williams, Nico Williams, and Abranti FN Alex Berengua. And Alex Berengua penebebo. Sanadi no belly did the line out of 12 games that were born. Washe 1 goal 1 assist. So telling you say Omo Mbeshe game na say enne for Athletic Bilbao and the almost goals Alex Berengua 7 goals 5 assists. Nico Williams is not there. Inaki Williams is not there, and then Abrantia, your friend or Hansen said is also missing. So for me, Manchester United clearly they will qualify. Tottenham, Chelsea.
So you're going to see Tottenham United final.
Yeah, final. Me I see.
And then for the Conference League, and they say Chelsea to the final.
Straight away. So man qualified. They just see go team.
Kulun Ghana Limited say a drawaway Abba na your papa hunchun capsules for prostate. O prostate no be bon ban. Yade abem na obesa ehunchun capsules. Mr. Q memedru. And also ne edru a ebeboa sexual weakness, waist pains, low libido, slow erection and premature ejaculations. Yade ahudo we nyina ye mema yare. Brofone de, but in reality a hard drain. When you draw Mr. Q ni bia etu ni nyina se ma apomeden ba. Araba Baxen pill. Utumi shi o baby. Bosome so a said you obesie so atwa dadwo na ase ni anane sie frim anase mpo ni kunu na frim ni nyina mu no eye ne bosome na so eye wo fam nti wadru eye Araba Baxen pill se bosome so na okomfichire emayi to da 9th na ba to de bia 30th na ba irregular menstrual cycle mesrew wadru ya Araba Baxen pill kope bi nom na mwa na so dwumedie no bibia nso entumi nkokama emfama Colina Keba Danny Herba, Misty Herba, Blessed Requa, Panacea Pharmacy, any pharmacy beer, Freddie Mens, the beer be rebiano, a drono, a yes, sir, and Remian, when you be a bebons who do mediano. Freya 0244 275 429, 0244 275 429. Cloud Internet for fastest, stable, and reliable internet connectivity. A cloud internet. What's you fear? We see company cashier and CCTV or your watchman no more dancing bibia. Mesro onu yembraibu no mani CCTV no pebi wo adwumam pebi wo fie na on bon ho ban na bibia so ntumi nya kama. Digital security lock, internet connectivity, Wi-Fi and a hotspot deployment. Sa weni nyina no cloud internet ebeyamo aboa eda fompa. Fra 0244 601 3933 0244 601 933. Yechi akwan wo top high. Ye ne Love FM ene die nim hwe. Bro, bibi aboko.
Yamiadum.
The uncle say. That was Dabenya. Tuesday nana.
Yeah.
And ye pre-discussion, no?
Yeah.
And now we can be before PAG Inter Milan. Meaning I will have that video. Okay. It's unfortunate we can't have it with MCR on AM. What you predicted and Abem, but I said no, I said no, maybe a course now. I said who say PAG game, PAG as game is still open. Anyway,
what's your Prince very well? Prince emphatically said the first 20 minutes was Arsenal. Arsenal, Bobby, PSG were not in the picture. But I am one of the people that me believe in Paris Saint-Germain said they can get to this stage. From the round of 16 on we are drawn many prince na nam. I told my brother, say, even draw no crow when you Liverpool no. Me a Liverpool ni, but me sroma my own Liverpool. Because Liverpool are playing against Paris Saint-Germain. Now, the reason why Paris Saint-Germain ain't no easy at the group stage of the Champions League, and no say, that moment, now Papa and friend Louis Enrique was trying to find that is the best rhythm with which Omube play at the Champions League. When him said this Paris Saint-Germain team at the group stage, a struggle here, even against Girona. Only Girona boy, Girona by a goal to 0 through Nuno Mendes. But then even that game was struggle here. When him saw Otsna Park de Pran, LUC 2-1 mad, let's go Madrid. Otsna Park de Pran, LUC 2-1 mad, let's go Madrid. At the same time, Oba Emirates, when Oba Emirates, Makan Usman Dembele, 1 minute late to training, and or you seen as a scapegoat to others. Oma Usman Dembele, it's now catch straight just after say late, say we are going to Emirates, but one year part of the team that will travel. Meanwhile, that time, na Dembele a started at system na Louis Enrique Bonasi. But on an uncle Emirates. Oko lose 2-0. And after the game, in Central for what win me, Yabek can send me a 7 produce bisa questions bia. What win him say probably yen say these are the factors Emma Paris Saint-Germain Lucy ye. And I want to hit you more hard pa. And Louis Enrique was hit hard. And that's more kind say he knows what he is doing. And say so when in Paris Saint-Germain you very well. He said ya boy Paris Saint-Germain said now play bio what team bia no enye prima donna. Obia enye safe in the team. And obia ni wa all Paris Saint-Germain yebeka so untouchable. But ye na ye wechire no. Many prince na apostle there. Ye who said there are untouchables in the team. Because Hakimi Ashraf where they are number 2 no bebo. Where they are Marquinhos no William Pacho never 4 and 5. Where they are no Mendes no as cementing the place as a left back. What about midfield 3 now? Where they are one Sa Fabian Ruiz, wow Neves, and a Brent friend Vitinha. And in attack no, say no player will lose form Bradley Bacola. And no so some may say glaring chance view. Wouldn't say Paris Saint-Germain qualifier. And one of the players says he blaming the power this boy Bradley Bacola. And season starts here, the best player for Paris Saint-Germain na Usman Dembele. After Mbappe Koyeno, player now starts year by Bradley Bacola. But Bradley Bacola, because of the emergence of Desire Die, into Namabuena DP, is the first teamers at Paris Saint-Germain. It is Desire Die, Vicha Varaskilia, and a Brent friend Usman Dembele. Or number 9 but he doesn't play number 9. Or Gonzalo Ramos, the boy from Portugal. But then on Gonzalo Ramos, because of the system no bono, there is no number 9, but there are goals in his in play. Only problems are. And look at the roots, When him say roots no namso no, we share almost every English opposition be we share. We share City. We share Aston Villa. We share Arsenal, we share Liverpool. And these are teams who are doing very well in the Premier League. We share Bia. And City didn't cry na the way and manner they came back and won the game 4-2 against Manchester City. Or much glimpses. And I'm one of the firm believers from the 1/16 stage. Now me cast the same way. So Paris Saint-Germain are a team to watch. And Ampaniampa, where have they ended? They are the final. Now the good news for Paris, and I say they've equaled what Thomas Tuchel a year in 2020. In 2020, they went to the finals of the Champions League. Unfortunately, lost to Team Bayern Munich. It was under Thomas Tuchel. And under Thomas Tuchel, it was star-studded. And Adia a hard team, no. Sometimes, in this life, say, would team they are star-studded. Now, when you coach or a disciplinarian, team the best struggle. You can assemble the best team in the world, the best players at every position, but still you will not be the best in your league. And a clear example is Galacticos. Many winners in the Real Madrid year. At a point, and that time Barcelona were buying low key. They were they were promoting low key players. But the share Classico, Ronaldinho Nkwa or Stande Mountain against the Galacticos. Galacticos are their brand on board. A Diana Galacticos near achieve. But then look at Ronaldinho, on the face of Barcelona. The other Barcelona team the year. Even that time, Barcelona have lost Rivaldo. And when Luis Figo out to Real Madrid. But then, there was no problem. There was no Patrick Kluivert that time. It was Ronaldinho, Samuel Eto'o, and no edwuma na si later on de ko so be kan and sometimes you don't need the creme de la creme. I can tell you for a fact say the Paris Saint-Germain are better without Kylian Mbappe. So Mbappe will want to distract your play. He would always disrupt their play because he sees himself as a prima donna. Ni go no switch players be brave team no more. When they decided say the very best players in the world, the best front three in the world, Mbappe, Messi, and Neymar, at the end of the year, round of 16, granted they were bowing out. No move frame. But they low key players who knew Desire Didier, a young boy from RC Lyon, the club that produced Didier, that is Elijah Diouf. RC Lyon, one of the clubs are a producing talent in France. Omone the day I team the Le Havre. They produce the best of talents in the Ligue 1. And Lyon, they produce Desire Didier. And they say Desire Didier born the best of football under this manager Louis Enrique. They say Enrique, who and sound Juma, team no so. Even at a point, a countryman, Crown Mafiano, boy, friend Fabian Rui. Rui Crano, he struggled at a point in time for a place in the team. The fact that we know if you grow back, and say, I should give you that favor.
Okay.
Sadly, they have most coaches. So I watch here, the coaching and politics. Your brothers. They work hand in hand. Mostly, where coaches are, moments of a club biana or Benyan countryman biano. Favors bika crabba. But Louis Enrique Diani, quite different story. Fabian Rui is playing on merits. And boys no mugu bench. Why not better than Fabian Rui? Okay. And look at the goal he scored against Arsenal and Ra. Now, me real crowd with Paris Saint-Germain team of 2001. Master say Grace Mufo picture on to in the year 2001, Paris Saint-Germain team was star-studded. And team no the yellow arc no dano so Ronaldinho Gaucho. Ronaldinho na gina ono. Now the red one dano so Mikel Arteta.
Okay.
The blue no dano so no Mauricio Pochettino. That is PSG of 2001. Into Paris Saint-Germain, at a point before Ronaldinho Babano, there was the creme de la creme in JJ Okocha. Nicolas Sadal coming out Paris Saint-Germain pain. But Paris Saint-Germain, what team so about bra from France in Europe now? It will still be Basile Bole or Abedi Peles Olympic Marseille in '93. They want to just equal that record of '93 and still be even the best team France producing. Yeah, more the benefits of the doubt. But I still maintain my favorite for this year's Champions League is Team Le Rouge et Bleu.
Mera say eno enso eye Filippo eno no senior apostle ye nwremu ba Dwabin Rural Bank say bibia fa banking ho no eye Dwabin Rural Bank everything banking eye Dwabin Rural Banking Rural Bank services fa banking ho nyina no uduru ya so ye beboa no wanya bi fa ne say susu accounts bi a pese wo bie e bank no ene ndi nsa wo so wo pe loans a enkyere se e wo se wo account sika dem ansa enu echi no ye nge initial deposit bia ye hia any commitment fee ansa na yamaw eye loan unhia so benya guarantor or guarantors but eno no cashier so say terms and conditions applied here eno eye guarantor and guarantors eho enkomo no Dwabin Rural Bank everything banking ye bi ewe ya hweye ejoso ye branch ni bi ho bon re Dwabin etimetim onwe Roman Hill magazine sepetimpom fumeswa ani adehyeman ba bia be wura bia no ubenye ye branches ni bi ho no tumi ene ye dinsa wo so ene ye Dwabin Rural Bank eho enkomo no mesrewo eye 0208 21668 now they are so 0208 521 668 Dwabin Rural Bank and so ehun komo no nkrabata no doso e wa Ghana ha to anamon na ne ndi nsa wo so e ba no banking service nko ade a ya so ye na safata so wo ba senior
and some because which are interesting but we wish you na better us
Matthias
now Mami shall say quickly with Richard Schaefer business manager for Boxer friend Saul Canelo Alvarez. Now, in the history of boxing, Obianya $1 billion that as active boxer. Never. If I in the history of sports, it was Tiger Woods that made $1 billion first. Now, Ubeka said, well, he is a former CEO for Goldie Boy Promotions led by Oscar De La Hoya. any better option the executioner. He's been in boxing management, promotion, advisory for over 2 decades. Now, Floyd Mayweather Jr., Eric Key, Sika revenue, $1.2 billion ewo ni career. But those 1.2 million scano do na esu ye nia yewie no tuatua nka nti wantimi anya the that 1 billion net dollars in active boxing. Now that is what this manager want to do for Saul Canelo Alvarez. Now Saul Canelo Alvarez, is it possible he can do that? Yes, by 2026 next year it is possible. Reasons: one, Saul Canelo Alvarez a typical Mexican top boxer. In the history of boxing, Mexico, specifically Guadalajara, it is a Ghana, Bukum, is where he come from. That is where Julio Cesar Chavez, the El Grande General of boxing in Mexico, come from. Now, we are fortunate also because of Bayano, he had good bout because of the fact that Oscar de la Hoya promotions. Good and quality promotion determine the kind of bout of Benya. Now, he's fought Floyd Mayweather. He lost by majority decision. He made over $200 million. He fought Sugar Shane Mosley. He fought Gennady Golovkin 3 times, 2 wins, 1 draw. Oni Miguel Angel Coro, Ekunye. Now, the rest are minor bouts. In all that, including William Skoll, Okunye this weekend, he's been able to make $600 million net. $600 million. He's just signed a $500 million 4-bout with Teki Alashik. Bakun Okun William Skoll. The 3 will be either Terence Crawford in September. Negotiation is still ongoing. That bout is supposed to reap $100 million from that. Now don't forget the $500 million, they'll spread it bout for bout. So first one, William Skoll, you get quarter of that $500 million. By the time next year, he would have been $1.4 billion richer. Now, or 34. If he decides, say, Osi boxing 37, 38. By the time he finally leaves boxing, we'll be talking about almost $1.72 billion. That's what. Now, way on Tisa Floyer or Sesika, he spends all his way on Sesika. Or a typical Mexican, that's how they are very disciplined and prudent with their money. Saul Canelo Alvarez, Richie Sheffer. The reason why we are important, you see, Richie Sheffer started with him at the age of 17. The problem we have a great boxer in this country, Mimbo Nidin. On year of bout, he made almost $4 million. But in 30 minutes, or the $100,000 at or chain, now get this. It is very important, so TSS, one of the major reasons why sports for anti-investees because omunya the right people to guide them and manage them. So every business of him, every man, he's the one managing it. It's so crucial and important. So Ghana ni America Mimbo ni a former world champion. Say or be the Richie Sheffer. He would have spent $100,000 and then he's struggling in the country. He's struggling terribly. Sami Kufobekato in Bayern Munich, there are people business expert tufu about sika sem senebe ya dachin skana made biasa dachino ube we about no now you have invested so much to make money, and that is what Richie Sheffer has done for you. And for Floyd Mayweather, his late uncle was the reason why he's been able to save. And yani Papa Senior, his late uncle. Anything I know, Oko baby to say New Yorker, he has bought $402 million 62 flat apartment. I have Floyd Mayweather investment. That's it. Now, beyond this, Floyd Mayweather has also invested with Go Partners. Almost sit down a tongue, almost dine no coffee spa. He's invested another $100 million there. So that's $502 million investment. Then, with Gene Sister Company, almost building $10 billion shops. He's also invested $200 million there. So Floyd has invested $702 million over the last 2 years. Investment.
But as a Floyd and so you from a distance, I say also spend his kappa. I say,
well, he spends and make what you listen. He is a poor boy. The papa buni mami poto free sebi baby here wa pa or US pa. So he struggled. Wabre and he was fortunate. Say, ni uncle Roger Mayweather. out it was disciplinary and tough on spending any savings. So I invested a lot. And I sent to Chacha Super. Chacha Otedi Chacha. So that is why, you see, when you invest in such property, Nemaskano Benyano, they spending a highly significant to him compared to Nieni. So that's not a problem at all. But the most important that the two of them have people who are guiding them and have to invest. Once they can send me jobs Abedi Pele, Tony Eboa, Samuel Sekufo, and they almost catching most of the young players are Nancy Black Stars. You know. There's a reason why I'm saying that. I'm not mentioning him. Now, because Zamalek is almost stopping this bad culture in Zamalek. Now, I started free Montada Mansour, who 5-time president of the club, Esu, and Oma Njaya, Oma Pam Jose Pesero. Now, the reason why it's not just about sacking Jose Pesero, but look, 3 coaches, Jose Gomez, from February 2024 to December 2024. Christian Gross, December to February, Oma Pamano. Now, this coach in question, Jose Pesero, February to May, Oma Pamano. Ali in 5 years, Ekra 2 coaches, Apam 2 coaches, 5 years. Out of that, Ali are winning 4 Champions League. Get it? It's very, very important. Ali, the difference between Ali and Zamalek and leadership. Montada Mansour, 5-time former president of the club. At the club, no yen Kunsa to the extent that 2 ministers, Mandudel Belgazi and then Hassan Saki, have to dissolve his board. Because as a lawyer, he thinks that politics, no, any football, until it's all canadry. And because of that, the club are benefiting from a lot of leadership and direction investment in Seko. Zamalek last won CAF Champions League in 2002 against Raja. Now watch, in 2002 against Raja, 205, 206, 207, 205, 206, Ali won back-to-back. Log 2007 to Sportu du Sahel. Solid work by Coach Mechant. 208 won. It's the same coach, Jose Manuel Jesus won the 3 Champions League for them out of 4. How many years did he spend? You're talking about 4 years that he has spent there. Now, Ali came back 2012, 2013 to win the Champions League again. And then in the last 5 years, they've won 4. In all that, Zamalek winning Champions League back. Zamalek are winning 2 Confederation Cup. We are talking 2 decades. Because of Hussein Labib, the current president, served under him. So he's doing the same thing. And as we speak now, players, quality players don't want to play for Ali. Sorry, for Zamalek because of the attitudes of Montada Mansour and the current president Hussein Labib.
But sir, I say, or you no nonsense man.
No,
you see, make us say,
where football? Where football?
Apostle, the entire make us say. Oh, say, and I know the Confederation, the Laxro Ama or my Pamone, what happened with Confederation Cup? I say,
no, he insulted Mahmoud Al Khatib. Niama called that prison one month. Mahmoud Al Khatib at him. Now Mahmoud Al Khatib boarding at him 2017 Penalty office. He's won 4 Champions League. Listen, leadership is about result. It's not about grammar. We a leader. You are judged and measured by the results you chalk within the tenure or the no nonsense has brought nothing to the club. It's diminishing the image of the club, the reputation of the club, and the performance of the team. Zamalek famous Stellenbosch now be Zamalek a free.
Yeah.
And I'm saying in 20 years, you've not won 1 Champions League. You're no nonsense. It's a nonsense on its own. In fact, so be an issue. And I say from him, look, he was the vice president to Kamal Darwish. Kamal Darwish they winning the last Champions League for them. You were the vice president in 2001. So you have benefit of experience and see what they've done. But when you had opportunity to be president 5 times, 0. Now Hussein Labib also a vice, or also take you. He's also misbehaving. The sacking of coaches 3 months, 6 months, no, it will never work. Peter Mosemani, almost 3 seasons or the 2 Champions League. Maybe Masakola or the 2 Champions League. But they have time and space. Or best is team no, you can lose Enrique at them. They have to give him time and opportunity and power to take decisions. The coach no about 3 months now, Pam no can be back under 3 months. How will you be able to achieve? And the records have shown, say, coaches pump by heart in 2-3 months, no, and so you have to put a stop to that. Now, my main call Janik Sina.
Now, you're not facing mommy.
Janik Sina, no, unfortunately, is a reality a lot of young men must learn. Only wonderful, beautiful girl, Anna Kalinskaya, started a relationship last year. Now, a young man on your band, doping band 3 months, or a lot of reflections. Let's listen to the interview first on why he decided to take that decision.
You know, I'm nothing serious. Let's say it like this. It's all, all. I'm not in relationship, so whoever is asking, so it's all good. Pictures which.
Now, okay, near boss, one time, attention. Or see, on to me guarantee that for now. Amber, why worry? You know that when you want to go into this investment called relationship, a serious stuff. Time a key. When you're ready, so investing with time. Forget it. Money a key. Now, as a young man that is 23, is $27 million worth. But you see, the difference here, and say, or no one can be is still controlled by the parents, just like Carlos Akaras. So until me yen yope. Or see, the problem girl say, or friend do that's one of them. See, honey, how are you? I stand, and it distract him from focusing. On ya sam menu bebre mano. Okay. And now he's 23. He want to achieve. He's targeted to achieve 20 Grand Slam minimum. And he's saying that for now, emotionally, you know, I do baby a girl no complaining about, and it reminds me of Barbara Man, Ghana Barbara Man and his girlfriend. Yeah, 2013. I have to solve the same Barbara Man on training or banner girl no friend. So you want to focus on this game. He's young, or emotionally, or you're well built, and he's strong for that. So you prefer say you focus on making sure say you at the end of the day, Anna, near here partner say Janik makes money. When you make money, whichever woman you want, you will get.
Okay.
Do you understand me? That's the point. So if you're a young man, make the money first. Ladies smell money from far distances. So when you make the money will talk. Not before money. Not the lady before money. Money first. Because whatever it is, you have to invest on the lady. Baby, and you are absolute love for a man. Get that into your head. But you are married, you know what I'm talking about.
Senior apostle, no. Senior apostle, dear friend.
So baby, and absolute love for a man. You must make sure you care for her. Okay. You invest in her. Yeah, pay attention to her needs.
Chairman, Miss Who do
I know that love no bow. But without that, must forget it.
You must make money first.
Oh no, forget it.
That is the most important
thing.
Make
the money first. Yeah.
Joseph Ejay Owusu Casemiro said Tottenham would even qualify for the final. Spurs qualify, Krano. Women to qualify. Ask Gel or see the heat is on. Join us on Sompana in 3-1. Our Facebook and so na yendi and commenting na ya TSMA ye can everywhere come. When so ye Owusu and St. George or say when Manchester United win the Europa or Tottenham Hotspur win do we have an excellent season than Arsenal? I think this debate the last time na ye didn't come says Bani say Spurs and United and Mubi Eje Europa League na Womanya a better season than Arsenal na Yenyo Usu George answer and a Busasa question way. Dennis Okra. Also my name is Dennis. I'm watching you live from Winneba Junction. A big Jack hostel. So I love my team, Barcelona. Kofia Jima Blackman. Or say good morning, watching you inside Pig Farm in Accra. Also Odianonom. Another message from Joseph Ejay Owusu Casemiro. Or say Arsenal should have completed the remontada in the first 20 minutes of the game. But my boys were squandering the chances. Also a message, Kelvin Coomson. Or say Manchester United to win. the Europa League, I think what you are referring to. Ebenezer Donko Sechi or see no sport and no betting no can was someone and the dainty betting bien one ne. Filippo Quabrica say Filippo say Manchester United will win tonight. Greetings to my daughter Frimpong Manson Echia Felix and my mother Auntie Mary of Geneso Filippo and so a messenger or the beja ye and no or you watching different or see watching you live. Better luck next time to the Gunners, Arsenal. Greetings to Chairman Usu Bempa in Shayeso and Samuel Boachi Yadom. SBY, Bosom Train, and one also a dear free Abebejaye. Now, when say Raheem Rankin, right now, the Ballon d'Or has opened after Barcelona and Rafinha are out from the Champions League. And if Dembele make any good season on good miracle, that is what you wrote on the final to give PSG the victory of the Champions League, I think he can win it from Majola inside Kintampo and also the free Eddie Abba. A couple of other messages. Nana Eje Yabua Yadom or say I'm Junior Baby Jet watching you live from Doma Ahinkro. Fire emojis and also the Atwaso Eddie Ebejaye Julius Caesar or some more fire powers or message Abba Raheem Rankins once again. Barcelona fans Munim Inter Milan Munim Wamokra Usman Dembele for Ballon d'Or with emojis of fire. Another message every union Casemiro and so Eddie Abba no mention say me read another one so they say Kwesi Alonso. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. And one, any messages are also there. Or say keep up the good work. We're so free. Douglas Costa, a top fan, and also a Johnny and so ewo. Yabeshe ne yasan so Eddie and Komo Kakra and so ewo. Ebiba na asa skip on afu eni so na. Okay, Prince Asabre. Or say Mr. Inkum, please. The investors are going bankrupt too. Speed up. Injini say the kana some no no Mr. Nkumsa and our kana some Filippo when I can was some one says they say investors say trends are when you break into yana room yenia ASCII gel once again our journey of platform and so and I'll say Manchester United for the Europa League, Chelsea for the Conference League, no Champions League final for the Conference League, no Champions League final for the Premier League team. Now, what will be the best league at the end of the season? The Obusane said Spurs and also Manchester United, two teams in eco final of the Europa League. Obviously, we move back on a rep from the Premier League edge, the Europa League, another team from the Premier League at the Conference League in the shape of Chelsea. Yanye team here from the Premier League also eco Champions League final. Epanesana, the best league ewo European ebeye team ben ebeye league ben eno eye yenuano so edia odi abanom. Manuel Agogo from Virginia, where Atlanta, Georgia, United States of America. I want to fraba ana ubusa se ene betting us be anyone from Mr. Nkumsa. Bebre and so platforms, but officially, yeah, the end ene ye new on Thursdays, yenye Saturdays, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and yenso yedian eba. Okay, thanks so much. Still now, ubetumi ajoni our platform and so our Facebook and so a very short commercial break. Yababa sisi yaba Orlando. Minimum some for Wellington and Twasolia. Also on Pesadino. Orlando beba not the local issues naba. Musomaye from MCR. Quick commercial break. Yaba sisi.
There's nothing worse than your multi-bet. There's nothing worse than your multi-bet missing. But nothing better than having it saved. Bet Saver.
Introducing Betway's Bet Influencer, a groundbreaking feature where you can make money by just sharing codes. He just needs to share his codes and make money. The more his codes are used, the more money he makes. Oh yes! So, what are you waiting for? Anyone can be a bet influencer. Share your codes and make money. Bet Influencer. Another world first from Betway.
This advert has been approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Betway, get way more.
If I shop, I'm sure you'll buy it.
Brother, and not so good. Ah,
now tell me about Michelle and see about Queen. Why me and say,
Bra, said your time about Misha, it's your Jimmy me fearful, and you're the about ever so.
Really, do this offending now.
Bra, some make us me the time about Misha one dance here. We are singing now about Timinka. 87 malaria, where drawn time about Misha.
And you go, dear, and no more to want to me any deal. What drawn the time about Misha? A drink and your ma or bar waffle through. Dear Wama for down for any aquada when you fear to me, and son of the time about Mr. Drabino. Shasta Wako Hospital and answer lab. I'm what who said, oh, a 3-day malaria be answer.
Kayo said time near TIME. Time about Misha. I feel malaria fever be than Ziba, a woman, ever trap. Ubenya be at all, over the counter medicine sellers. Any herbal shop to do an FDA Aji a dreading cratoy at all.
Abusaka Krakabi will have made out to Nara, who said, woman said, about Frakito when you're 2 years, I can die back. It's the African Spider Man, I may have Frakito him when any power here. Get the bill cost for Nuti coming when you're already won't be. African Spider-Man and Baby say what of faith, but preoccuping who's African dance, what Baby say what of faith, now secret to Grano, anything. In boost herbal mixture and only me secret. Now me yet to know how to form. And a police me do what dance at me say, many namin sonshare, namin soen, a boosted immune system. I'm a cemetery and mental bread. Meet me the come on. I'm on the come with home so across me class, Metaya Layale, I'm my lattice latitude, meaning about. And yet, Necoso. Hey, Spider-Man, what are you going?
Ubenya Imbus Herbal Mixture, our pharmacy, and answer herbal shops. A pin for any Columundi if you do me, enum. FDA Ajigading Tatui at.
If you want better future, join Ghana Grows, cause our grit be the future. Join Ghana Grows, this be one for the culture. Join Ghana Grows, cause they do my day for Ghana. Join Ghana Grows, Ghana Grows.
Yomu, Pequia, Ubefa Juma, Anna, Atia Jumakua, Faso Waso, Ewokia Jumam, any 80 vetimu and Neya. Suana Mone, Fastest and Wo, Wabusia, and Wum Patamo Asitinemu, Bosta 718 *50#. Not the Kaho says, yeah. Ghana Grows. Hope Day. Ghana Bros Jumedie. Mastercard Foundation. Miss Springboard Roadshow Foundation. Limehouse. Niwa Buafone Debro.
Mamisha, time HH Herbal Mr. Bina Unumi. And ya what a dropa. A draw say. A manipedian Quamuano enya hoting. Na aquatia yare. And chain yare and san wakakoto. Fire wardrobe. Nanono abribia can Noga Company Limited. What the time TIME ebe jasono. Wonwa and at the time HH Herbal Mixture at your bejaso. Akra wenye nyamfrisia dumienu enumbi. Wapinfo any oba wama kranu for ensu enumbi. Time HH Herbal Mixture. Ubenya be
over the counter medicine sellers. Any shop do na mu.
So pedudio to a friend 0244 417669 0244 417669. Time HH Herbal Mixture. A yedro say FDA adje a jadian kratwe atum.
Rise and shine with Yas toothpaste and Yas toothbrush. Start today off right by grabbing your Yas toothbrush and squeeze a refreshing dab of Yas toothpaste on it. With its soft bristles, the Yas toothbrush gently cleans your teeth and gums, giving you a comfortable brushing experience. As you brush, feel the powerful formula of Yas toothpaste working its magic, removing every stain in the cavity and leaving your teeth sparkling and fresh. Plus, Yas toothpaste helps make your teeth whiter and protect your gums, keeping them healthy and strong. Choose from our 3 variant toothpaste: Total Care, Herbal, and Winehead. Make Yas toothpaste and Yas toothbrush a part of your morning routine and start your day with a confident smile. Yas toothpaste and toothbrush, caring brand for caring families.
There's nothing worse than your multi-bet missing, but nothing better than having it saved. Bet Saver.
Welcome back. Yamagana for Kwabana Yemetwaso. Orlando Atenal the local issues if you morning na no eba. By Kai Nation so say a Yas toothpaste and no any portion. We are singing na yedi tree saying Ubetri was saying was sebeye kama na enya atiapo sinebe white pampambia engine wenuma. The best ever drama so a Yas toothpaste and in a brush used to be nemwao na bibia so intimate koso o gum no mu be den obi wo gum bleeding o didikura na muja afri nenumu ba na afra bia ne nyina no enya papa enye hygienic kokora misraw pe Yas toothpaste no ene the brush ne yusu ne fie also enye nika nkora ne die wom ti wo pe nkora ne die nso a na watumi e dia ma wo ure baby a Yas toothpaste no and one you yusu win big with mega cash. Win big with mega cash. Lucky box no on Sompa. The Safata so we yarn say one so obedale code way *426 *6 hash. Now if you follow prompts no, we follow won't say ebe mount. Select one lucky box out of the 6 nebe mount. No selected back on. We are the person we try no if 5 CDC call. No was selected. We select here. And when I win ya, then you confirm and authorize the Momo transaction. And when so win ya, no sikano ababeto Momo wallet no. You better na he wait to make better 20. Just say Samri we be at 10,000 richer. We now pay the ubet me ayen CCA yeah now so nya cash. Ola BBI fine.
Powers BBI okay.
Then coupons.
Debate no ma settle na chiro dada.
Debate emu dia onya.
Omo se ball na ye boni nyina na we trophy. Nti wo di second no anye trophy emfa so bi ani so.
Wo team bay?
Liverpool.
There.
Nti se man you kwaje Europa League me ka se why ade this season chen.
Nti man you kwaje Europa. Or better than Arsenal.
Na send or the trophy abefie.
Okay. Chelsea kwaje Conference League na. Also better than us.
Omo we debate no nti de o kan de oh yeah listeners na we ndadada.
Ewo hin.
E kire ho. Say me be omo we ndadada.
Emre ni hontan ka metro de ntenye no.
Powers Grace mo say no krenti we dey.
Ka metro de ntenye no kore.
E no de etiefo nzo mo npatie.
E kire ho na mo ye ne ye wi a ye beto so. Ola de enko.
Powers ye che etiefo ne yensa mo makwaba on Sompa 93.1 na afin so Sompa TV efisem ene atena se a ye de brew e full time ne so na remu Facebook na ye ni nkomo no enso emfem free ho Kumasi Asante Koroko training grounds mo mame e video ni bi na ye ni nkomo ya se Korokofo no said o manifest ya brewo FA Cup no no enya de se ombetena ma brekum Chelsea fo no abeye bia nti no coach bae no o se ono no wa ye hyehyeye se Thursday bia na ese Korokofo ni timi eboabo mu huye nti ene friendly match enso ebekoso ewo Adakoja ache Asante Koroko ene Namoro FC ena ebo friendly match na fence so de aboabo mu ahead of Sunday game a eba so ewo Takwa TNA Park MTN FA Cup semi-finals no ntino ye very the wa Asante Koroko omonso be prepare e de akobo FA Cup no eno enso ensema e free oba na ye ne tachi ahe tender enso komo bebre ena tender chema emba kromia no agenda yensem trofo ni bi dedodo ya boy ya bre dodo na yensem trofo de bia agenda o sheda set agenda say oh ena yenko horo akwa we ni akoye ne hu fi poto yentie tachi ahe
you know, I'm going to be the agenda. Then let's go after this person. The negative side, you know, now the portrait. Never, you need to but yes, it's not nothing we are here. So what are in you? Mobility part of the cry, a bomb. Put the money to come and do the idea. Yeah, the first to have your captain. The bad aspect, you know, that's what it is just that. You think you may have come and get your sponsor.
Enti eno techi ahin na de sansem no enso atudwa no na ono kasa no chem se ye bobo kra brofui BBC obi tisi park so bonse omko off camera nti hu de besi na de Ghana de afa ni ekotwe camera de akowura babia eyesa emwa ema football no yakonsa no mani nyina so gyansem twofo ti mo hwe na mo nsem free ho na Kasim Mingil o kanse isi ade ono na esi agongon a odi ade enso e Ghana Premier League table ne eso na ode atudwa se atim bia emi for ultimate no nti sanso na omo eye Nations FC omo nso ultimate na eno omo hwe
so good so we are we set our target big ukoboli. You don't need to rule yourself out. Say, you have to aim at the ultimate. In the essence, we also aim at the ultimate. And God's so good, so we are on course. We set our.
Enti eno head coach Edman Nations FC Kasim Mingil Okanse and this answer no enso etudwa na endra eniji sema esi ewon kran ema ene house of folk omo trendy wo media ne so no abrante friend Benjamin Asaria endra onya elantra ka kama pa we brand new tier rubber na chese abrante ne gina ho a oyi ne samba ne ndro mo se bo aben na ode adne nsa to so papa you say abrabo no bibia nka chire ema obia unya gidie nkwade bibia betimi asesa ewo abrabom na endra papa your friend Alhaji Seidu Adongo ena etimi tokai edemai ono no anya football o se abrante no ohwe no na chese obon homodi nti o yes ade we e de chef footballers a omo kromi ankran.
He has seen a video and donated it from nowhere, not based on the fact that I'm donating it for him to do anything for me, but just based on the fact that he's a footballer. I think it will encourage him to do his best, push more, and make an impact.
Eno opedi a friend Alhaji Seidu Adongo watimi atoka muno jan ediama house of folk goalkeeper abrante friend Benjamin Asare enso honomo na Bubaka Watara head coach ediama house of folk so no de papa Benjamin Asare nini ho agro just a success a wabenya o house nyina ogiri se coach ni na aboa na ma ne nsatimi aka na coach no dance for assistant for moa video emu na musom na moto pitin tinta video so a papa hu ya ahye nim kran amana be yesi
na mu media for particular anyuma na mu ya ma that event no baso because we can be bia without media no a think me ko be bia because media man no fire picture no the command on hu na react exam if he say the media people you deserve that reconnaissance edamwasipa mundugo so na de mbeka cha asare ni say won use car ni on junu say ball no ball na obi de mi man nta ejuma na wo ye no onye no akwa enyim pa because Ghana is the one of the big football country in the world.
Eno head coach Edema Accra House of Folk Bubaka Watara and this answer no and so etudwa no na Eric Oforianchi and they tuja say wunya kwanya ehye Ghana Jesse no na o represent Ghana na ahwa no enso ewo mu pa
wearing a Ghana jersey is very it's not easy at all, but now as a player because we need to from call. So I think that the guys are doing well. We have 4 points. Senegal are so much, almost 5 years or so. So guys now are there, but going forward, Ghana there, we always expect win, name lose. So they should keep on working until they can get the ultimate on the bar. Now we also congratulate them. So they should keep it up.
Goalkeeper Eric Oforianchi and the Sansam no etuja no we no and odin sam kakra tuja e Ghana Premier League no no chempadia Ghana Premier League no untimi predict o esanse week bia obi fosoro no obi sane kotokokoda no odwane na Gold Stars e ko no oteto sisi a nations ne don't league ne de e ade se o predict a enye.
I said, okay, I say na kotokuli dina baby anyway the same. I think nations may lead us in this. So I think the league media you come to take until the 8th June last day. I think this season and right so we are league we 3 teams here who they watch it. So I think will be a one home game. But the Belgian league media he deserves it. So to me I think a very, very tough for everybody. We are near full court because we lose points, but I think we will take you over. So I think the league in there. To already be a.
I know Eric Oforianchi na de Sansam no etu jana na mama me national under 20 team no and omujina akono omne Central African Republic 3 p.m. Ghana time and a game no and so baso na your striker your friend no Jerry Free Abrante na free camp was sign so de na achire mu Spain. Na okwa ni team say be on betimi a survival relegation na asechire nyina nse ni team no any Ghana mpanyimfo ye nhyehyɛ say abrante no obeba your first 2 matches obeba beboa ye na mom no your last game ne de obesan aba Spain na ya semo enti Jerry na that screen so osan go back to Spain ten na ye game ye bo against Central African Republic no enya de say abrante obesi akan enso etimi ede ama Ghana honomo na emom no ya qualify to the next stage of the competition tie no ye ni gisema edema Ghana for na right. Osman Zakari kasamafo enso edema RTU ene ye kobusa say RTU de bia league mo kona mo ba munya ba league mo ane no man koye sika se bedru baby na mo threaten panyimfo na mo ameboya ense bebre last season mo players e ball ko 2 match krama modern kwada bi na kobo against Dreams FC na isi a edika kra no edie na mo after some code division 1 no structures no say na esi fatie.
We went out last season in a very bad way with our hands down, and we restructured the team, the board, right from the board to the management, to the technical team, to the players. They are all new people with the notion of making the team much stronger to be able to withstand the Ghana Premier League. So from the beginning, the target was to return to the Premier League. So we are quite prepared for that. Everything is, the structures and everything is built in place for the Ghana Premier League.
Enti eno Zakaria Osman ene de sansam ni tujo na kasama for the martin no chempa dia omo structures no my na division 1 no omo planning for Premier no na ebusan say zia no mobile no mu home grounds no ehwa Aliu Mahama Sports Stadium na ena mbeko so say ko ba say mo qualify mbebo ana no say yes ehwa
in the Aliu Mahama Sports Stadium everyone knows that's our home. So we are quite a park is quite clean. Okay, the management are doing well. Basically, so the park will be good for us. As at now, Karela is using it as their home ground for the Ghana Premier League. So that is the same park will be using as always. The Ali Mama Sports Stadium.
Eno enso kasama for edema RTU Real Tamale United ena omode sansem na tuja 30th omonso ene techima 11 Wonders ewa Accra Sports Stadium omokobo playoff no na division 2 zone 2 no division 1 zone 2 no omohwe de obetimi abeka Premier League ne ho na yekwen no emba tie na hye nso asante kodoko players we yes Abrante friend Kwame Poku ena afenso Andrews in team menu yes Emrante we onim said this month Ghana 28th of May Ghana ebo against Nigeria ewo 4-nation tournament eba so London no Emrante we squad ne beba no omudin ka ho 5 local based players omunyina enya call up into the national team enti kodokofo no so ombe kra mrante no ana say omoberix woma and the akane woma ho nti Andrews in team menu udu kodoko camp omo friend Pepe one Kwame Poku bayie ɔmo mienu ɔmo nso anya kola se kotoko de na no ɔmo abeka se kotoko team ne de eye wo kotoko nko ade a blaster na kwanya wo de ma se na no ɔmo kasa mafo obekan nti ye hwede e normal base fa akọ na emba ye ko why ye ko asna mo abragu.
Okay, yama Ghana for no entwaswe. Wamra se Prince atena se na timi na wa se yenwure mu na yenni efie nkomo. Minim so be shaste e dey free teach ya hin sam o kan ye oblemu media as agenda setters and then Bubaka Watara and so and some of the kind about media baso. Another issue say ofie
yeah, Paris. I think this media issue, you know. Any kwansa me ha me ho. This media na man cause you see there are some obvious things wo hono my Paris me no me netwe. Okay, excuse me to say obi a otifie a onye media no. If you ask that same person about the reason why any man cause in a football now, the first thing ebeba na no ombie na no nka media da. Ombie na no enka media ho asem. Powers. Yeah, what I say na the super clash Basso. Was it not this same media? And na ye try see be promote the league. Yet if you say obi the bibi and I say who say obi aba say oba bo a game no the rather. It was just us doing it. It was just us doing it. But meanwhile, the people at the helm of affairs, next one year never be two on man promotion of your league. There's certain matches on my part. So yeah, no was so saying the aka. And in such air games, you need to invest in them because when you say cool, she is gum the apiska. In the no Paris, me I mean be scassi and found cobble who they run as one day. So me settings then I mean ham because the more you talk about it and go into it now, I say you know much more than those people. But then you see an imsium, omo yawe. Sometimes you can't say any the whole bonny on one. Say that's the right word. Like onimpans one year say any the home. Any the home money.
Buapayo no.
Very good. Buapayo pa onim say we na we yeah beboa. But on ye. So for me, I think that me these issues no and I'm in say me have me waste time on those things now. Under 20 again no bebaso, right? You see, the referee asem na ba no like me nyame the reason why nyame on say nana kwambo achenti me amba this tournament ni bi. Nana kwambo FC Sheriff Tiraspol Moldova. He was given a call. Then paying 4% or mere part of the team. Also no the main center back for and that way time I all African games no. Not only the main center back for the team. And he got the call. But the Okoba in say the team no was contemplating between because be homogeneous is here no. It's either they are going to compete to win the domestic league and answer the main air title no. It's your more compete for. And the team no emane ya we say si ebe mu abakra na at least esi etimi ma some time limit bi da ho ye ntimi nya o se bra never bought the entirety of games ni nyina wi ansa no wasa aba because during that time na mudibo games not that time na so yenso e crucial games for on my babo enti players na mo free outside by no major free dey memete enye me nwa akra heading at such air conversations because so ne club no one no munsu hia na oye especially if he is a major part of the team we they would need his services and me ensure that nyame and in such instances me person obi be gina ba bia kasa say or anane club na nas no we agreement before he even got that call up no we den enkomo na koso dada into enye say bia ono na a free camp or another club and no set things are not there. I think that this is the issue on that one. Now, on the German scout will be PM in the Ghana Senegal game into so. Only said there is a Liverpool German scout will be PM in that game now Ghana and Senegal boy. And you bet never fear can you
the other TV
yes. Or a Liverpool scout, one of the scouts for Liverpool, or a German. That game, Senegal Ghana, he was present at the stadium. And the woman answered, he was very impressed with the Manomensa performance. As you see, I've heard 3 people, very impressed with them. Emmanuel Mensah a major part of those 3 people are ono kwa sa aka say enei game bi ebe koso bia na Ghana bebo no he will make sure he focused very much on Abrantie no and this is what we've been talking about powers obi ni mba bia wo star be pia na say obi ni mba bia wo shine ni be pia free aba say me no ka say let's look at it this way say Emmanuel Mensah if he impresses so much na ekoba say onya any external contract from outsider ye nyire nim so a young chap awotimi kwa ebe boa na is it not going to go a long way to help on one kasane career and the nation Ghana na because as we all know if Emmanuel Mensah such talents no if they are staying in the country to be very frank with ourselves because we've shown time and time again over the years say your system now you build a system that is built to bring down the talent instead of your talent you be boa na nka system na page omo no your system no the more wo tina mu chanka ese ma wo develop no na wo decline rather these are the things and I think say Emmanuel Mensah he knows very well about all these issues and if so onim sa de we na other players need to him said this is the kind of opportunities that is involved in there it should even go a long way to help and then put up their performance say ma omumo ora na nkosoro say be o metimi qualify na say o metimi asa winning this game though the qualification is there but you don't know the kind of game obo nipa o no ma o show and I'm very very happy with this development and I think say si e hwe ne atu sa na mo we na boa say a young chaps na say you undersize ni be ni ya these are the things as some time ago ni ehuni bebrebe nkenye news ni ehuni bebrebe now no a decline pa
Filippo
Bema
Jerry issues
yeah Jerry issues is one of my key one
you see they are made kind from that CD logo on say in fact I say baby amu gina nye
no me eno na me be chirem as to why say your friend of back to the club logo
because in that Primera Division group
group 3 RFEF that is Royal Football Espanol Federación that is RFEF group 3 and where they are no they are in the relegation zone now
because team order the last teams are the relegation
I say the teams that are competing at the relegation zone no the team no any far from the off
and their last game was against one of the Barcelona
say table ni teams omoko relegation Sestao now Osasuna B now Barcelona B Gimnástica Segoviana any team I friend Amori Bayeta but then the team Lugo no so compete for relegation now. It is say 3 games na aka no. Omo 20 club league. Omo bo 20 club league. Into 3 games na aka no. Say 3 games no say if BBNC Lugo will be relegated.
Yes.
And teams no omo compete no say Star oni Osasuna B can escape relegation because when you do comparative analysis of Sestao any Osasuna B games aka na omo no mbetumi escape relegation. And Lugo needs that is squad in depth. It's all more augment your squad no, and they can't do without this boy Jerry Free. And before about under 20 camp no, the agreement was that Bernard Orbano, yes, so much we have about the national team, but then we can call him when we need him. Say ye here no able to me a friend no. You win so many instances in this our time you know juvenile tournaments na ya boni nyina now this boy Jadon Sancho was India no ball with England na Dortmund friend so mra ana nsi ana wonkai Jadon Sancho was even that time no Gini din pa but Dortmund called him say bra tournament no bona bra when himself Vinicius Junior no a part of Brazil team ever India he was the face of the Brazil team. But when a Real Madrid was signed Vinicius Junior, no, there was an agreement that the national team, no, until Vini didn't come to India. Tournaments na imano Tokune Kudus Mohamed Mukoye, no. Vinicius Junior was part of that Brazil team, but one more tournaments in because of the agreement between club and assigning that time in Real Madrid, and then the parents club that times Santos. So Vini didn't come. Into Jerry Free in the case, you know, it's an exceptional one. The club, you know, right, you know, to call him out of the national assignment no and no na your friend no but your game against Central African Republic so what table dynamics na say you know it looks likely Ghana and DRC ebe qualify because DRC any Ghana boy you know try say they're one of the teams hard not to crack. But then Tima disappointed at this tournament pa we host Egypt another nation performing abysmal Senegal. Tima performing abysmal Senegal. But Senegal boy against DRC of which I know pa say DRC for can get that is a good result against the Senegal team. Ebiani bibine besi but per the Mahrez say no if BBNC DRC for no edge over Senegal and the worst team in the group a Central African Republic but this about timer this a timer that's one of fair so maintaining the core of the team no and I said the crop not the omwabo in the first 2 games of a ball baby my attention will pay the center back pair say no catch your fury of Bailes and a Brent friend entry da Costa omo partnership at the back now is solid. We considered one against DRC. And then, you know, your ball against Senegal, no, we kept a clean sheet. So we are playing against the team, Yabaka say, we are whipping boys of the group. Until we have to keep our shape and make sure Sebasha CAR, the Central African Republic. Now in the midfield terrain, I want a Germany in Nigeria. Sebasha CAR and these boys would have to be in good shape. One, a Lord of Frifa of Stormgrass. I bring a friend Joseph Opoko of Zulte Varagam. And again, I bring a friend Emmanuel Mafu. These 3 guys, you know, should be in their top shape. But I say, you know, I think the missing piece in our jigsaw, Jerry free any position. No? Why they replace, you know? And a multi-million-dollar question. But then yeah effects, you know, in the game against the that is Central African Republic. But going forward, you know, there are exciting teams in this tournament. One team I made this tournament, I surprise package Amami, Sierra Leone. And do you know what? Say Sierra Leone are doing better. And the 20 tournaments in a bono. Sierra Leone, forget about Omu game no Lucy South Africa for 1. You know what? Against South Africa, or bench almost in the entire team. No. The only player born here, Brent friend Traoré, on a boy, Emmat a team Sierra Leone. They lost 4-1. But then going forward, no, they are one of the teams to watch at this under 20 tournament. Sierra Leone. Into Ghana, game against Sierra Leone, me, I'm a Panther, and I know Ghana Yabeshe. Altini a good, Quebec way, no kocha. Altini a good. But then, no, after CAR, no, what's next? And when you free, a Brent friend, Jerry free. Men some would have to be in top shape. They would have to be in good shape for us to get there. And when we get there, we know any answer. Nice Arsenal. One Bob Brenny, you know, could do semi-final. 7 producer. When you empty pool, Grana will battle. I saw Arsenal in a way. Into black satellites and the young will show me well. But Jerry a free is a big loss.
Obi out in the message, Mammy say a free year key player or your team must say. But when you go to a little no so shut up.
No, you started season, no. Nimpa on training. You started season, no. No, I said no.
As a free bench,
yes. But then say say no, be a key part of Lugo. Yes, sanity.
Well, Senior.
Well, I think that this situation happened several times. I under 20 and under 17. I did what I said, you can't eat your cake and have it. A Ghanaian player, very talented and emerging force. San Eye Juma Mobi. I want to say, or Ye Juma Mobi, or ye Ghana nebo Ye Juma Mobi, or near Tianaka. Na Neomwa and the FA have done what they need to do. Until before club the barrel is no Ayana and Shisha, Omni FA didn't come. Oman Shen Shem Renudua, normal lazy player no Amano. So it's always based on understanding and arrangement. Even how the player will fly from Egypt, across Spain. All those arrangements are made. Until wow, tournament as a nation, no, unim say asem way better. Until so making sure say why you won't share say so compoa. Me wo mema we chia. Ebia omumboti so no, but at least omema me be papa. So those are me I don't get worried too much about it because it's an arrangement that have been made proud to the tournament because club knows the condition of him why they need to survive and a critical player they will need him to survive. So arrangement is me didn't remember or you gonna need by me na meet until me didn't remember emre way there many problem but matches be wo ho a ehun be hia me pa to survive. Do some many Nti before be cancer or release akwa no, oni wa kosa terms no dada. Sana ye no. Nti wuti ase a, wan ti ase wan akwa no so ni nan baby kra ha no. Nti so it's a very difficult situation and you need to concede what baby. Now at least obai said 2 games here boy. You lose here, we have 4 points. What they are here. About 2 matches in here. So at least or the do better. So now let's pick it from here. In the past, Kwanana local players and a dominate here. He said yeah, call World Cup. Do you understand me? So me, I don't even want to waste my time on this. Now a friend is saying, Prince, I can't say media. Prince, you see, there are me in my career. What I like is taking on penny for based on matters that are not right. It doesn't matter who. Now, Techia is a very experienced person, somebody I've known for years. It's the whole trick of penny for. Look, first of all, is the media the one that are supposed to invest in promotion of the game? Is the fact that what is the F.Yankasa the relationship in partnering the media organizations to help promote the league? What is it? Look, I've written a paper on this matter when Randy Abe was the chairman. Dr. Randy Abe was the chairman of the media committee under Kwesi Nyantakyi's time. Listen, sure. Adia media bema a sponsor, and I'm talking about millions of dollars worth of sponsorship, airtime to a sponsor. A sponsor no omtimi fasikanto, you have no idea. You have no idea. Safety issues our stadium, security issues our stadium. What is the role of the media in that? And you know, an aspect he said that TV is never true. Yeah? Live television globally and anywhere, super anywhere. When incident see South Africa League must be Copac as well. You see, they show it live. It's not true. Yeah. It's highly unethical and operational to cover. It's not done anywhere. Sky, nobody does it. That is not even true. And Timon Kohokra. Because Nippon in the first place, the reason why I'm show first place, no, a split second development. And then in television coverage, every bit of whatever is happening there is important. Especially Niema and Koswo Park, because it's worth discussing. So no serious camera person or executive producer of a show, because because minimum Tiamba Kataso. Debbie, it is never true. And you see, when they realize the best thing to use as a tool for distraction is this. But we are focused. I think that the most important thing is omuma ye league no enya kono. Omuma ye league enya a broadcaster. As we speak now, look, last week hasn't got a call. I see him the kind of coverage that we gave to our El Clasico. These are the Niema me feel some penny for entry hun kahun some and never boa league no. And Centroni Niema and no Sebio and Fasika and 2 league no more and Fasika and invest into the league. It doesn't bring broadcast as we speak now. The league have no sponsor. Clubs are bleedy. These are the things FA penny be kasa club penny be person. I want to hear steps ben and namobe nomutu to make sure they attract a sponsor. So these are the me only people like him. He has experience in this job. I don't expect him to be speaking like a young novice in football. No.
Okay.
That I will not forgive, because you see, with all the experience, no, you bring it to bear on near my coso. Many penny look kasa so. Yes, look, Adrian understands. But for sir or Hininan Kasane, what investment have they made? But they've been able to make investment in players, but about business to sustain it. So if Ohini will not be there forever. Do you understand me? What is the sustainability plan in terms of investment to make sure, say, with or without him, Adriana will survive? So he as a CEO, these are the things I have not heard any of. These are the things I want to hear from him. CEO of a club is not just talking about league matches, and it's about talking about the business side of the company. Because when a company collapses here, you are gone. You don't have a job.
The problem now, most media guys who Kruma Warrior said that sort of a contract the Ghana Football Association signed with the sponsors, and then they came to explain to us Sikana war for promotional purposes. No, Sikano was sponsors. No, so it is the sponsors that are supposed to. Someone allocating $1 million to the media, and nobody know media no any the details of that. It's very interesting.
Yeah, but you cannot have all details of a contract when you are not party to.
But
I'll come to that. Let me answer.
If a contract is signed in your name, say you are the beneficiary of the contract, a beneficiary of the contract, and if you are not privy to that contract.
I'm saying that the contract that the FA signed, the media is not part of the contract. The media will play a role in the execution of the contract. That contract was signed to make sure that part of the money due the league promotion is spent for. Asem no kan Mrs. Asem no se be enkolasem nia FA no kan said ma I've dealt with the enkolasem, but you see the clubs themselves who are supposed to be crying were happy. Me what? Clubs when they came out, what were they telling you? Were they not happy?
Oh.
And then no more raising issues.
A problem.
Behind
the scenes they will talk.
You see, me I hate double standard. The money was meant for the clubs. The money was not meant for the media.
Yeah.
The clubs have the right to say no, that money we are questioning it, or else we'll boycott. I hate your club owner, they are hypocrites and display double standards. Sikane diaba a club ye sikan de diaba sebe se efe no kra be yibi kra so ne ye din unkinta ne din tumu se sebe to asum nti se mo kotran na yesi me yi o sika ibi I say wo yeso salary na yesi o ene de emfa bank problem nti ye di ma me na me fa salary bro na salary no ba na me so me yi e bia dia we a does it make sense? The salary is due you. It's your salary. I'm a discussing say be a no cancel be a man 50 be na e be a farmer Philip. Odiase. E be a Philip yembi hano. And somebody and can somebody ma answer.
Asamatiaba.
Yes.
0551931931 0551. Emrena so say Ghana for yetie for baby awo bia nso betimi abaso na yedi enkomo a free issues I discuss from the Champions League. I'm on enkomo BBC efie nsama yedi nkomo techiahin and other local issues. Brajeri a free hunsen bebre 0551 931 931 0551 931 931 0548 931 931 0548 931 931. First caller on the line. Hello. Good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Boss, but your team your phone so and team with TV so na ending komo kama. We didn't maybe free.
If I'm don't guys because if I dance amakuku.
Adanse amwakukrum dan don kwa Isaac yenkwe.
Adam kakra me ka one say na ni shira mu. Mo bi mo adum no ma mu nyansa no odo na mu tin ban tay adum na mo yen. Na de bia mo ma yen ji pa. Kakra me ti ma ka one. Bye bye.
Yes, so yada sepa next caller. Hello. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Emma.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, Pacho. We didn't maybe our free.
Anna,
hey, Anna, young guy.
Anna, pay Baba, yeah, the Prince, Emma. Now, and that's not the we know the AJP because and your Chelsea and I am mad in the EFC. We are Arsenal Junior, AJP in the EFC. We know and you get the Arsenal fan, you're more you're more paid your battle. So much like a Moko Fana. Now, never say, second and matter from the because you can tell me because PG Madu or Ang, a PG going to stage me. It's a mama battle. Then you have to matter very quite restless. And that young part of so Anthony Eddie. Betis ever conference league and you move with your battle.
Yeah, that's it. Anthony the Betis Equity Conference League. Not just say Chelsea Super Trophies. Next caller. Good morning.
Good morning, boss.
Yes, sir. But you didn't maybe free.
We didn't.
But also free.
So for Buzia.
Okay, young way.
When it was sound. But now I'm thinking what's going to do. But nothing there was that. Good intuition. But we can find that as an PhD on game. Every week, I ask on my little boy. You the same thing and on PhD. The rest of them are not that's it.
Yes, so Yadase, Yemfa Nescola. Good morning. When to me engine so yes say ube uremna edin komo 0551931931 0551931931 0548 931931 usu uremna yenin komo enche na ye five birthdays no na ya ni epeje mu urem bra na yenin komo 10. Next caller, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. And it's what drop 0551931931 0548931931. Next caller. Good morning. Okay. Shana yemfa Facebook messages ni kakra wamra ye na yako na yafa birthdays no na yedi eneso nkomo yemfa ko messages ni kakra. So birthdays na ready a young room na yen share as a phone so in Sompa. Next caller, I will be able. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Me pacho we need be our free.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Me pacho we need be our free.
Pacho kasa free aputuja.
Aputuja yenkwe. Pacho etiu.
Pacho Ghana or
Ghana bonde. Ghana ne a Central African Republic. 3 p.m. and a game in the bus. Why? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Yes, yeah, that's it. In fact, next one na sorry na. Birthdays number na any PJM. Ajenim Giovanni, or she please let Apostle say his speech again. I'm recording. Which one specifically? Dear na all can kasankasa. Apostle dear na all can say on can be na.
Say we a young man and yes, can't answer our pema. I think that's what it is. Yeah. And one open. Yes. Did you know that's what you want to listen to?
Timidity says I'm rewenya. Wait to me so I record it. Afi yenko a birthdays in this way. Nanadwa Hifsi. Are you ready? Yen sha same free so na yen in order. Nanadwa Hifsi. I say happy birthday to you from Sir Prince. Sir Prince. And Alpha Akwenya we so any platform we so I wish you new bano our first no. Happy birthday. We also say birthday wishes to Mabel Afuakwa. Mabel Afuakwa. Ono so ene eya u birthday yenuaba Mabel baby uobiano happy birthday and confirm. Abigail Kofi wishing Sylvester Baini Dr. Famous happy birthday University of Education Winneba eho ena Miss Dr. Famous also we say happy birthday and come out Dr. Sir Albert Asahin. Sir Albert, a teacher at Archbishop Porter Girls Senior High School, Takrade Eho, and one so happy birthday, and call Emma Yinya Bemana, or also Eda Sompa TV, so happy birthday, and Komamuna from husband and kids to Sofumami Janet Ousu Mensa. Sofumame and ne also birthday, Ukunu